All right, now that we know the mean is 26, and we know we're going to use these numbers here, and you know we have to use the midpoint. The midpoint is the data, the number is the frequency. We can build this multiplication and square. All right, so I'm going to take the number, aka the frequency, times the data, which is the midpoint. I called it weight M because I like my variables to be descriptive. Minus, we're going to say 26.0. We're going to close it and we're going to square it. All right, now, it didn't like the fact that I didn't put a multiplication sign in there. So I'm going to put a multiplication sign in right there. Okay? Now that I've done this, this is basically the top of our variance equation. Like, we need to take this data here, so I'm just going to call this PR squared. Okay? Let's say difference squared. Diff squared. Okay? So we did all that difference. We took a product. We squared it. Now, I need the sum. So I'm going to define what we're doing here so people can follow along. Sum of diff squared. So we're going to take that column right there, and we're going to take the sum of it, sum, and then I said diff, and we're talking there. All right, that is the giant number that belongs at the top of the variance equation. All right, now, since this is a sample, we don't want n. We know n is 2,000. Because it's a sample, we want n minus 1. And n minus 1 is 1,999. And if we want to know the variance of the weights, we're going to take that number right there, and we're going to divide it by, I'm even going to type it so people can see it, that. All right, that is the variance of the weight. All right, and I hope that you know to find the standard deviation of the sample of the weights. I'm going to take this number right here, and I'm going to take the square root of it. So I'm going to take the square root of the number in this cell, right there. All right, so that gets us our standard deviation of the weight, and we said for the weight we were going to round to the nearest tenth. So the actual answer that we were looking for was 16.3. That is how you find not only the variance of the weight, but the standard deviation of the weight, which I believe is what you were asked for. Thank you for watching.